so much more.
That dress. He deserved the hand of Calvin Armstrong. Ooh, the tobacco shop is open. He deserved Calvin. So he takes his gun, points it to Elsie's head, and says, "You will never love again," and shoots her in the head.
Oh.
Calvin, weeping, runs away. Runs for miles and miles and miles, doesn't know what to do. Until he falls to his knees and dies.
Oh, no.
That's my story. I am Dave Newberry.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Levi, take me! Damn it.
Oh, this metaphor turned so tragic. I'm sorry. You're wrong.
That worked. So, actually, I bullshitted them.
Of course.
What do you think we've all been doing?
Vittoria?
I'm gonna have to go with Parmalee Flynn.
Oh. Why would Parmalee kill Ellsie McLean?
You see, Parmalee has obviously been in love with Dave her entire time working for Colonel Henry. The moment she met Dave Newberry, she was in love. There was no getting around it. Unfortunately, Dave saw her as a kid's sister, and she didn't know how to change that. She was working on it, though. Getting closer to him, getting close to his friends, running errands for Colonel Henry, proving her worth.
She's doing her best. She's doing a good job.
One day, this girl comes into town. Ellsie McLean.
Close.
She's got everything. The tiny top hat, the parasol, the bustle, the high-heeled shoes, the whole shebang. Unbelievable. Look at her just flouncing down out of that carriage on the arm of Dave Newberry.
No!
Yes!
Yes. Okay.
She couldn't believe it. What was this little tart doing with her Dave? No. She could not take it. The more Dave fell in love with Ellsie, the more Parmalee was ripped to shreds. She couldn't take it. So one day, she goes down to Dave Newberry.
Oh. Uh-oh.
When Ellsie is gone, talking to Calvin Armstrong, whatever.
Ugh.
She goes down to him with one of Colonel Henry's pistols, points a gun at him and says, "If you marry Ellsie McLean, I will kill you." Dave doesn't know what to do. He's in love with Ellsie, but he sure doesn't want to die. What is a man to do? He says, "What would you have me do, Parmalee Flynn?" She said, "Marry me instead." So, to save his own life, Dave Newberry marries Parmalee Flynn. And just to spite him, just to make sure that nothing would ever go wrong again, she takes out that same pistol and shoots Ellsie McLean in the back. She falls to the ground. Why, Parmalee? Why? She levels the gun at her heart this time. So you won't take what I deserve. Shoots her in the heart. The end.
Wow.
No.
Wow. It's wrong.
I knew it.
So wrong. Wow, you guys. I thought you guys were getting the hang of this.
I still
There's
have
no hang
There's
of it.
no
It's
hang of
completely
this,
random.
Cook.
I still have 2, and that's twice as many as anyone else in this car.
Shut up, bitch.
But it's not the lead, for Beth now has the lead with 3.
No!
For she knew that it was Calvin Armstrong
Damn it!
who killed Ellsie McLean.
I should have known this.
If it's not my answer from last time, it's wrong! Because my answer last night was awesome! I should have gotten it right!
So mad.
You see, the show Texas, it's like an onion. There are so many layers to it. But you have to know where to look for them. And like the great Dan Brown with Da Vinci's paintings, I have looked into Texas's heart, and I have seen the cold-hearted truth. For you see, Texas is not what it seems. Calvin Armstrong, in particular, is not who he seems to be.
Exactly, because he's been brainwashed to love Ellsie.
There are hints that are dropped throughout this entire show that point to the ugly truth.
That he's been brainwashed to love Ellsie.
He's a homosexual.
It could be these things, but not in this situation. For you see, early on we find out Calvin Armstrong has a temper to him. But this never comes to anything really. In fact, the opposite happens. But why was this hint dropped? Why was this said? It has to lead to something. Calvin Armstrong.
Him killing Ellsie because he was brainwashed to love Ellsie.
No.
Yes.
Get over it.
Move on.
You see, the show is not what it seems to be, because Elsie's arrival is not what it seems to be. Ellsie is not coming to, visit Colonel Henry in the state she hates. That makes no sense. Why would she do such a thing? What it really means, she has been brought in by Colonel Henry and dragged there by Dave Newberry to be forced to marry Calvin Armstrong.
Yes.
The party scene. Calvin Armstrong doesn't talk to Quanah Parker and he peacefully go away. No, he threatens him with that hair-trigger shotgun and forces him off the reservation, forces all the Indians off their land. That is the power of Calvin Armstrong and Colonel Henry. That is the true meaning of power within the show. The work scene in particular. Does one really think that Calvin Armstrong, the great Calvin Armstrong, yes, the great, would work himself into a near death? No! What happened in that scene? He forced Ellsie to do the work. That is why she fainted so easily. But Ellsie managed to get away. She ran off to St. Louis. But after months of working, Colonel Henry, Dave Newberry, and Calvin Armstrong tracked her down. And Calvin Armstrong went into that house with her lover Rupert, and he punched Rupert in the face out of nowhere. Because that is where his temper is. He needs to punch Rupert. If he didn't do that in the show, it wouldn't make any sense.
He has to punch Rupert.
He punches Rupert. He grabs Ellsie and drags her back to Texas on the brand new railroad. And when that smoke clears, that smoke is not from a photograph. It is from a shotgun blowing a hole into Ellsie McLean's chest as a public execution, as a show of force, as to what happens to those who defy Calvin Armstrong, Colonel Henry, and Dave Newberry. For this is their frontier. This is their Texas. The end.
Wow.
Also, Calvin was brainwashed to love Ellsie.
So,
No!
so compelling. You're wrong. But so how did it feel, Kirk?
It does not work.
We just kept doing that in circles.
My game, I am correct every single time. Except for the time it turned out it was dude because he was black. I was wrong that time. Dang it. You were right that time. I admit it.